American Pet Product Association, about 80 million people in the U.S. own dogs. That's about 25% of the U.S. population. Today, I'm here to inform you about how dogs communicate. I'm sure you've all seen or even had a dog and wondered what they're trying to say to you. Well, so have I. I have a dog, and so I have first-hand experience. I've always been curious on how dogs communicate, so I decided to do some research. Today, I'm going to tell you about both the non-vocal and vocal communications that dogs use. First, I'm going to talk about the non-vocal communications. Dogs have 5 main communication groups. This is the most common way to understand your dog. This is how they're mainly going to communicate with you. By watching their ears, eyes, tails, body, and movement, you can easily tell what your dog is trying to say. That being said, it's critical that you observe your dog's entire body and the context of the situation, because in the different communication groups, there are signals that overlap with other communication groups. The first communication group is fearful. These are some signals that a dog will show when it's in fear. They don't always have to use signals when they're in fear. They could also just appear to be shut down. Depending on the dog, they can show 1 to all the signals, maybe just a few. It really just depends on the dog and the situation that it's in. The dog can also switch to aggression after this, depending on if they feel threatened or, like I said, the situation. The second communication group is anxious. They use the same signals as a fearful dog would, with additional signals of excessive panting, pacing, and shedding. The third communication group is aggression. Like I said, they will switch to this if they feel threatened. They do this when they get aggressive to protect themselves and to protect their possessions. The fourth communication group is excitement. It really depends on how excited the dog will get depending on their age, confidence, and personality. For example, a younger dog will get a lot more excited than an older dog would. And things that get dogs excited are dogs, other people, and toys for the most part. The fifth communication group is relax. It's the most common one that you'll see your dog in. Pretty much just seem like they don't have a care in the world, and yeah, pretty easy to tell. Now that I've told you about the non-vocal communications that dogs use, I will now talk about the vocalizations that dogs use. More commonly known communications that dogs use are vocalizations. They do go hand in hand with the nonverbal communications. So like when a dog feels aggressive or excited, they will use a vocalization most of the time. According to Monique Waddell, who has her PhD and works at the University of Oregon, there hasn't been a lot of research done on dog vocalizations compared to other animals, and especially how popular dogs are. She feels that there should be more research done on it. Dogs and humans, vocalizations are actually quite similar. A dog will use a high-pitched tone when they are friendly, happy, excited, and will use a low-pitched tone when they're not happy or mad. Julie Hecht, who's a PhD student at the City University of New York, said, "Dogs seem to play every instrument in the orchestra, hitting the highs of the flute and the lows of the tuba." There are 4 main vocalizations that dogs will use. The first one, and the most common one, is barking. Dogs will either bark for a purpose, which is usually to get the attention of another dog or a person, or they can go with the flow, which if they hear another dog bark, they'll bark, or dogs just bark when they're bored. And like I said, their barks do range from highs to lows depending on what they're trying to get the attention of. The second main communication that dogs use is baying. A bay is a prolonged bark that comes from the deep part of a dog's throat, and they use this when they feel threatened, so this usually goes hand in hand with an aggressive dog. The third main vocalization that dogs use is growling. This is a warning that the dog is about to bite or attack. They can also use this to determine the size of a dog. There was a research study conducted by the Family Dog Project, and they made like 2 life-size dogs, and they put them up against a wall and recorded a growl of the normal-sized dog. One of the dogs was normal-sized, and the other dog was 30% larger or smaller. And they had a dog listen to the growl, and the dog always ran to a normal-sized dog based on the growl that was played. The fourth main vocalizations that dogs use is a whimper. They use this when they're in pain. They can also use this when they're excited, but it's not as common for them to use that. In conclusion, I have talked about both non-vocal and vocal communications that dogs use. After doing my research, I have a better idea of what my dog is trying to say, and I hope this helps you guys better understand dogs. Any questions?
What kind of dog do you have?
I have a Great Dane.